Bet you weren't expecting this. Before we get started, we've got some things to cover. Firstly, a big thank you to Owlcat Games for once again sponsoring my video and further funding my incredibly ethical games journalism. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to check the game out. Now, as you may already be able to tell, I breathed in some spores aboard the flagship and have been rotting from the inside ever since. I've had early access for a while, but have been so violently ill I've been unable to record, so the idea of doing an entire playthrough and summary like I did for the Wrath video is sadly simply impossible. And that's a genuine point of fury for me. Instead, this video will focus on the first few chapters of the game, with a video covering the rest intended to come out later. Lastly, the elephant in the room. This is a 40k game, and it's been a long while since I've touched 40k. If you don't care about channel lore, skip to here. Alright, let's make this quick. You can read this Twitter thread linked in the description for more details, but it's time to put my now solo crusade to rest. Still unlikely to create custom 40k content, and the odds of you ever seeing an armor 40k op again is incredibly low due to the mods they use requiring extraordinary amounts of effort to work with. But as I said in the thread, I may cover the games. And in this case, I definitely want to. Owlcat making the 40k RPG I've dreamed of since I was a kid, starring someone else other than these absolute squares, in a setting I have truly encyclopedic knowledge of, it is a match made in heaven. It's also Owlcat sponsoring me, not Games Workshop, and Owlcat even asked me specifically, which is nice. I choose to interpret this message as confirmation that the legend was the greatest path. The other reason I'm doing it is because they're paying me a lot of money. Rogue Trader is a game about playing a morally bankrupt instrument of the Emperor's will, granted extreme privileges and generous rewards in exchange for turning unknown space into paying customers. It's far away from the battlefields that every other game focused on. Ever since reading Ravenor as a young lad, I've been fascinated with the home front of 40k, but almost no game touches upon it, until now. The game is based on the Rogue Trader TTRPG from the Fantasy Flight line, the true golden era of 40k roleplaying. GW dropped Rogue Trader along with its brethren when they broke off working with Fantasy Flight and left us with this waste instead. So I'm very glad to see my favorite D100 babies back in action. Of course, like with Wrath and Kingmaker, the system has been modified. In this case, it has been modified heavily. There's one place where the modification was an undeniable improvement: space combat. Space combat in the original Rogue Trader RPG was truly some of the worst I've ever played in a tabletop game. I recall my flagship meeting its first orc vessel, and both ships circling each other, firing their macro batteries at one another. We quickly realized since shields fully absorb a hit each, and then regenerate at the start of a round, neither ship would be able to hurt the other without statistically impossible rolls. We then just said we rammed the orc ship and my DM hand waved at it exploding like the Death Star. Proud to say that Owlcat did not follow the mistakes of their predecessors here, and that the space combat is actually a unique and fun little break from the ground combat, and it's miles better than the Crusade mode we saw in Wrath. The first step in playing Rogue Trader is creating your titular character. What is a Rogue Trader? Well, aside from being the original name of the entire 40k universe, Rogue Traders are explorers, merchants, and conquerors all in one, who carry a warrant of trade. This is an ancient document that permits them and their house to travel beyond the borders of the Imperium into uncontrolled space, to act with impunity, and to explore, exploit, and discover new worlds for the Imperium. An old fun fact about 40k, even in the terrible times of the 41st millennium, the Imperium still settled, rediscovered, and conquered more worlds, usually enough to offset the loss and decay of their other worlds, thanks to the utter scale of their empire. As one world was exhausted and extinguished, two more were settled. And here is Gideon Everson Barclay the 37th, ready to add to that number. My Rogue Trader character from an ill-fated game of the tabletop where that space combat trouble was first discovered, now reborn in the fires of the Coronis Expanse. Let's begin. My voice is so fucked. I'm starting to see a trend among the noble. Gideon Everson Barclay the 37th, a noble man from a hive world, part of the Von Valanicus dynasty. Let's begin. The way my name has been displayed is incredibly satisfying to me. I guess they beat me to my own joke about my name, but it just makes the joke even funnier. Duke Gideon Everson Barclay the 37th, Eos Verenia Deval Alf Calaxis. Oh my god, that's Spinwood Front. That's where Only War's set, rather. You may call me Your Grace. The funniest thing about 40k will always be those doors being comically huge. Our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and powerful feeling of being watched forced you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, Gideon Everson Barclay the 37th, are one of those with the von Valanicus blood in their veins, and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. That's a really condensed and simplified way of explaining what a rogue trader is. Thank you, Theodora, you've saved me the effort. Sorry, heretic, but your dead arch traitor would have stopped me.
You didn't stand a chance!
Ow. Am I dead now? I promised you a special destiny, Gideon Everson Barclay the 37th. It is time to fulfill it. Fuck. What are these guys doing to get your hands off my rear? Yes, I do require assistance. And you are my servant!
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
No one fucks with Gideon Everson Barclay the 37th! How's a couple of tarantulas for you? Oh my god!
Well, there is still another way.
Alright, goodbye. Oh my god, this isn't the warrant of trade, is it? Is it? Oh. Well, this is the most 40k thing I think I've seen in this game yet. I adore this. I adore that the warrant of trade is the size of a room.
Claim to the stars.
Thing is that I don't even believe the original warrant of trade was that way. I fully believe that someone along the line rewrote it in that size just to make a point. Okay, bigger question, Abelard. I'm trying to figure out how he intended to carry the warrant out with him. Like, it's a bit big, isn't it, right? I mean, I don't think he could have really just, like, picked it up, right? It's fucking huge. Would it even fit in his portal? Do you hear the voices too?
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
Mort?
I shall pity not your enemies.
Not Mort.
I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these.
Was he about to call the Sister of Battle a bitch?
Nor stray one step from me. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Gideon telling a Sister of Battle that she is his servant? Gideon, buddy, you want a woman to kill you, don't you? Ah, just like me, buddy. Just like me. Enjoy some burst fire,
As the
heretic.
Emperor commands, I act.
God damn! Alright, how has an RPG managed to make one of the best sounding bolt guns in a game in a long time? Hi guys, welcome back. I have influenza. I am very ill, and I've only just gotten well enough to start recording again. This is the choice between dogmatic, heretical, and iconoclast, which I think I'm gonna go for an iconoclast run. Let's do it. I will not leave my people in harm's way.
Victory awaits.
Uh-oh. Mort! My boy! Oh, fuck.
No!
Oh.
Lord Captain, I didn't hear.
God
Didn't hear a thing.
damn.
Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
I like that voice actor. Damn, she committed to the bit. Holy shit. Oh, pfft. Actual hero. We won? We won! You won, buddy. Is that a giant steering wheel? Oh my god, it reminds me of the train that had a steering wheel. Bro had his family massacred as a kid, and then he went to fucking, like, Vietnam rat tunnel kind of shit. He escaped into the crawlways and just spent months picking them off. Oh, I see. He physically can't sleep. He's just been doing stimulants for 30 years. Oh my god. He's just that Finnish guy who took way too much meth. Oh, I've just seen the floor plating. That's sick. For being the Navis Nobelites. Interesting that it says depending on which place you go to first, different things happen. Like this station would have been ruined if we didn't go here first. But I'm gonna gather some components. Wait a second, can I hit on her? Is this me hitting on her? No, I am not doing that. Good lord. Look at that. Look at her hand and tell me that she would not shred my dick. Oh my god, I can hit on her. Okay, no. No, no, no. Oh my god, I can just straight up say let's fuck. What the? God, no. Wow. This woman's fucked up. I can just be like, yeah, no, totally. I will strip all of the lower ranks of their vocal cords. Hey, can I marry Argenta? Argenta, look, can we have sex? Because this woman is the only person I've been allowed to have sex with so far, and she's fucking terrifying. Oh, you poor dumb bastards. Watch this. That's cool. So the tech priest doesn't have two sets of weapons like everyone else. Instead, he has a lasgun on an arm, and then he's got his power axe in his hands. Love that shit. Oh my god. The game does not pull punches when it comes to the number of enemies. Good lord. You know, somehow I don't think these enemies are gonna be a problem anymore. Holy fuck.
Was that you? Get him. Louder.
So I think I perils of the warp and accidentally summoned a demon in the middle of combat. Holy shit, we are slowly chunking through this thing's HP. You fuck off, Rebel Gunners. We have a bigger issue right now. Oh, we're close. It's got one more action. Come on, just parry, mate. Just parry. Oh, you lived. Oh, and it's gone. Oh my god, it bled out from his earlier attack. Pascal, you champion. Well, this was an incredibly normal battle that did not need to have a demon added into it, but hey, we still won somehow. I thought we were 100% gonna have to restart there, because good fucking lord, that was just a straight up demon we fought. Oh, but they say that we headed for the Navigator Station first, which meant they had time to prepare a warm welcome for us. Okay. I wonder what would have happened if we came here first. Unfortunately, all of my characters are now deeply traumatized due to a variety of crippling injuries. Your characters can't actually die in this game, they just take horrible trauma instead. Because I keep refusing to go back to the ship and I just want to keep exploring the planet, my trauma have yet to be healed, so my characters are all, like, operating at horribly low capacity. The good news is that it turns out you can still win battles, even if you've got, you know, like, several broken limbs. You know, this servitor problem is reminding me of a story which was, I think it was, I can't remember whether it was a short story as part of a bigger novel or whatever, but it was about, like, a tech priest who was in the lower decks of his ship, and the servitors regained their sentience, I believe it was. Like, so if you don't know, a servitor is literally a person, as you can see over here. It's literally a person turned into a robot. They also do that for computers. Welcome to 40k. And in this case, they were, I think they basically got their humanity back, and like, this tech priest became like a, you know, a prophet to these like, rehumanized servitors. Very weird shit. Oh my god, I was 100% correct. The examination confirmed the Technomat's initial hypothesis. The servitors' souls, or rather the souls of the people they once were, had awakened. Not yet fully conscious of their past and present, these half-machines could nonetheless feel primitive emotions and sensations such as fear and pain. This undesirable consequence of the shoddily performed lobotomy is most rarely observed, yet for some unknown reason, it had occurred in every single one of the servitors gathered in the bay. What's the bit their brains grew back? I love that we can just call him a filthy sorcerer and tell him to kneel and repent before a rogue trader. I mean, the thing is, he's an interrogator, not an inquisitor, and interrogators are like, you know, like junior inquisitors, but they're not like the same level of seriousness. You know, an inquisitor is someone you do not fuck with. But an interrogator? I don't know, like, between a rogue trader and an interrogator, who would really come out on top? I think it really depends on just who has the power in the moment, which is true of a lot of 40k, you know, like, the Inquisition has the power in the moment until you drive a knife into their spine kind of thing. Yeah, the interrogators don't get a rosette, so technically they don't control as much power as an Inquisitor. So I could probably get away with this considering I'm a rogue trader, but, you know, probably not the best idea. We can use the Blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Oh my god, look at our cultist outfits. First of all, that's cool as hell. Okay, you just look like a tech priest. Did you put a spiky thing on? Are you trying to look like a fucking heretic? God, you really are just fucking Babby's first heretic, aren't you? That's the Inquisitor. God, you look awesome. Spooky. You just put a hood on. A cultist is questioning me, and instead of trying to lie, I can just slap him and say I'm a rogue trader. God, I love this. No, anyway, I'm here to slaughter non-believers. Oh boy! It's crazy how we managed to miss the priest. Hold on a second. So Aurora came here to try and set the reactor off, but to stop them, the tech priest just started chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands the blasphemers tried to enter. Effectively, they just started DDoSing their own reactor. That's fucking hilarious. Oh! That's upset things. One of them must have prayed and turned into a fucking demon. Oh, that's a huge problem. Okay. The blade is a Xenos artifact. It was grown from Wraithbone. What the fuck are the Eldar doing here? Sup, dudes? We killed the fuck out of her. Oh my god, they're bowing. Alright, later guys.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Bloody chill, they were being nice. We're gonna have a festive celebration held in your honor. A triumph. Oh my god, that's awesome. I'm gonna have a triumph held for me? That's actually cool as shit. You will take the road now familiar to you from here to the starport. You'll be accompanied by your comrades in arms and a guard of honor. The body of the heretic known as the Prophet Aurora will be pulled in your wake as a battle trophy. A stop is planned in the middle of the road. There, the grateful citizens will rush towards you, praising you for their salvation. The group of grateful people will be composed exclusively of loyal citizens vetted by us, members of the military, young people, attractive and physically fit, and a few healthy children. Can I ride it? Can I ride the Lehman Russ, please? Oh my god, I get to ride a tank! I get to ride a Lehman Russ! God, yes. Something terrible is about to happen. The soldiers start leading the crowds away. Okay. Okay, that's the something terrible. Behold, behold, the final dawn. You're just a ghost, buddy. Oh, those aren't ghosts, though. Where the fuck did they come from? Well, this is a sudden twist. What is... Those are Drukhari... Wait. Those are Drukhari, right? They're not Eldari. Yeah, they're Drukhari. They're a weird fucking spiky ships. Did that man just spawn in? What is going on here? Why are they flying? Oh, they're gonna blow up the sun. So that's the final dawn. I see. Yeah, bro, I think we know. You don't have to point, I'll be honest. Raquel, please tell me Raquel is alive. I swear to God, Jasper and Raquel must survive this fucking game. I swear to God, don't you let them fall. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold on, can I do this?
My prescience has
Okay,
failed
so
me.
pro tip, don't do this. Don't move your characters in and out of a damaging zone in the spawn thing, because that will kill them. Let me reload real quick. Raquel! No! No, I cannot let you die. How much damage is burning gonna do? Can I heal her? Oh my god, yes. Medicaid. That started to fix her up. Very good. Alright, now... No, they set her on fire! God damn, this is a hard mission just trying to save her. I don't even care about my characters, I am literally just trying to save the pilot. You guys really lined up? Just for me?
Faith without deeds is worthless. Why I was chosen.
God, that's good. Argenta, listen, I need you to go heal Raquel again. She is just trying to get herself killed.
Be strong. Greater
God,
trials
yes, okay.
lie.
We're not abandoning people in distress. Everyone can come with us. Yes! Jasper and I must get weapons! Oh my god. Raquel, don't die in the way. Oh! There are a lot of mines here. Interesting. Okay, I don't quite like that. Therefore, your head will now explode. A dull thud comes from within the starport. What is happening? Malga, no! Well...
You thought you had killed all
What?
believers. Tremble, for I am Aurora. I am the herald of change.
Oh, I'm about to Caiaphas Cain your ass, motherfucker.
And die.
Alright, listen, I'm gonna be 100% real here. I love this game so far, but that is some of the funniest voice acting yet. Like, there has been some really good voice actors, like fucking, what's her name? Idra isn't like, her voice actor is brilliant. Aurora's voice was a little funny. my god, you can deal the most damage of anyone.
It
Go!
will be done. Victory is imminent.
My man! Chopping through this Marine. I told you I was gonna Cypher-cane you. Alright, buddy. Light him up.
The weak.
God, the bolter is just somehow nowhere near as effective as a fucking sword. Oh my god, he just fucking blew Gideon's brains out. Alright, nice work, sniper. You just try and fucking kick Abelard? Oh, and they just killed it with fucking AoE. Oh my god.
The ashes, I will rise.
I'm more amazed these rebels are hanging on. We straight up just fucking killed a space marine. God damn. Wow, we are down to a single guy, all thanks to this fucking rebel leader gunner who has just executed multiple characters with a single shot.
I'll be back.
Oh my god, we fucking...
In no time.
Wasn't the Chaos Space Marine, it was the fucking sniper. The fight is going much better this time because I've just trapped Aurora next to the sandbags and now I'm beating them to death with an axe. We could save the miraculous fusion reactor, or we could use it as a bomb to blow up the planet. Can we save it? Wow, no, we could genuinely save the reactor. Fuck yeah. So we saved the common folk and the reactor and left the nobles behind. I'll take it. I am very keen to see how this works out. Also, what are these things? Little Cobra-class destroyers? They're disgusting little things. They also look... I don't know, like, I kind of like their wing things, but I've never seen a ship design like that before. Oh my god, this is what the torpedoes look like. They are comically huge. Good news is my Mars battery is in range. Hey friend, you said you wanted to go? He's gone. Watch this. Hi, buddy. Boop.
Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Oh, fuck. Damage you take in a ship battle is actually like real damage that you have to repair afterwards. Oh, I finally have resources though. Look at this. The game's opening up. Free charter of the merchant fleet. Now, I've actually not heard much about these guys. Let me read up on them a little. All right, I went down a massive rabbit hole. So here's the thing. Charters captains are just the merchants. They have a charter. You know, they're allowed to being like, all right, you know, you go from this planet to this planet. That's their job, and they do that. So, you know, they do this certain route, or they work in a certain sector, whatever. They effectively are just authorized to be merchants that run stuff back and forth. Interestingly, they don't use navigators. Instead, they just do small jumps. At least as far as I could see, you know, the implication was, it's not actually explained anything. I had to kind of look into this. That's why I went down said rabbit hole. I had to go look at fucking forums and shit. But the way that these would work would be they'd be doing smaller warp jumps, similar to how the Tau do it, where the Tau only jump into the warp for a little while, jump back out, do it again. Jump back out, do it again. And that is obviously a lot slower, a lot less efficient, but a lot safer, and you don't necessarily need a navigator, especially if the warp route is already charted. If the warp route isn't charted, good luck. Oh, she's about to die. Okay.
Hey, newcomer!
Oh my god!
How's this
Alright, that was a pretty funny opener, dude. I like that thug.
It will be done.
Oh my god, he just dealt 51 damage.
I took care of this one.
Excellent work. Why
We'll
don't you do a
rule the
daring
stars
breach, buddy?
themselves.
And
I
destroy
will do
these
my
guys.
part. You are target.
Good god. Again, Abelard is just the
Worst battle
fucking
for this
winner
in
of these fights. Oh my god. Abelard, buddy, leave some for the rest of us. Argenta only got to spray her bolter once. Oh my god, this is the Administratum area for certain. Holy shit. Oh, this is beautiful to see in a game. Holy fucking shit. Okay. So she gets 4% additional damage for every stack of tactical advantage, and that stack of tactical advantage is gained for every 5 momentum, which means at the start of this combat we already have 14 stacks. And now let me just crunch some numbers right here. I have precisely calculated it's going to ruin their fucking days. You know, my characters are so powerful at this point. The enemies are strong too, but my characters are so powerful that as long as they get their first turns, they can just start chaining abilities one into another. It is kind of fucking insane. I really enjoy seeing, you know, marketplaces and everything. This is the part I love the most about a game like this. It's not about the battlefields all the time. It's more about just market stalls and, you know, fucking shops and how space stations will, like, I don't know. I love this kind of stuff. I love the world behind 40K that isn't just Space Marine on battlefield, crush bad guy with bolter, bang, bang, bang.
Victory awaits.
Though I will say that is suspiciously, is that, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, that's a brilliant name for a bar. It's the Adeptus Amosecus. Amosec is the alcohol in 40K. That's a fucking god. You know that's a nerdy name when it's a good name for a bar only if it's set in 40K. I actually despise Cassia in a way I can't describe. She is probably the most, like, nobles are the most perfect people in the world ever kind of person. Like right here, commoners are always deaf to others suffering, for such is their nature. Cassia, you do not understand that if the game had given me the option, I would have put a bolt round straight through your stupid fucking eye. Okay, this is a very interesting thing to focus on here. I didn't know when they were going to bring this up or not. The Cicatrix Maledictum, which is basically what happened when Cadia exploded and there was a big warp storm that cut off, basically split the galaxy in half. We're actually on the far side of it here in the Cronus Expanse. I don't know if we know what happened yet, because it just says it seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. Is this game maybe set, like, soon after the Maledictum appears? I wonder if there's a way I can just, like, check the date. That's the main thing I'm wondering. Because even prior to the Cicatrix Maledictum splitting the galaxy in half, this region is still beyond the Eye of Terror. It's still way out there, and is still separated out by warp storms that the Maw is the entrance through. The Maw being... it's like the warp equivalent of a mountain pass. Not very safe to travel through. Oh my god! You know what? Upgrading from the long las to this sniper rifle's pretty good just because of the over-penetration. That's awesome. Oh. Okay, she's reporting that all of our previous knowledge is also useless to us. I'm starting to think we are literally just in the, like, wake of the Cicatrix Maledictum opening. That's why everything's been wiped out. Argenta is sad that she can't shoot a warp storm. Actual picture of Argenta during a warp storm. Oh, so she was sent here, caught in a temporal anomaly, and everyone waiting to, like, you know, receive her, the people who was meant to be here waiting for her, had all died by the time that she arrived. Aww, I can't wait to prove to my bolter that the world and the Imperium need me. Aww, Argenta. Aw, she's sweet. She actually has a heart of gold. That it kind of kills me. They actually gave the Sister of Battle a genuine heart of gold. That's amazing. I love it. She's still crazy, but, you know, heart of gold. Just, the gold is occasionally covered in blood. Damn, the bartender looks great as well. Holy shit. Why would Ordo Xenos agents investigate a chaos cult? Now, this is actually a very decent question because it was the Drukhari who showed up and blew up the moon. The sun, sorry. So... I don't think this is a chaos cult, but they are summoning chaos demons. Like, it's weird because they had an Eldari Wraithbone knife, but if I recall correctly, Drukhari can't make Wraithbone, which is like one of the things that's been lost to them. Am I correct in that? I believe the Drukhari can't. Yes, I was correct in that. Drukhari don't make Wraithbone, and you know they can only kind of. They have very limited use of it. They have to steal it or corrupt it, yada yada. But they don't use it the same way the Eldari do. So it was an Eldari knife, corrupted by chaos, Drukhari vessels that showed up, and a human cult. What the fuck is going on here? There is one thing in 40K that I'm always kind of sad about, and it's the fact that there are often rebels, in the lore at least, there are often rebels who are just rebels. You know, there are people, there are criminals and rebels who are just straight up normal rebels. But they almost always end up being like, well, they were normal rebels, but secretly chaos is involved, you know? And I always enjoy stories where the rebels turn out to just genuinely actually be rebels. Like, they're still against the Imperium, they're just not Chaos Boys. It's why one of my favorite factions ever is the Severan Dominant, which is from the same RPG series as Rogue Trader from Only War. It's effectively a Roman Empire style government ran, and they have some really cool uniforms. They have a few different names, some replacements for commissars and everything. It's all very cool. And they also just aren't chaos. They do deal with the Dark Eldar though, if I recall correctly. I like this game is showing us a bunch of different factions as well, you know. Just if everything is always chaos, it gets very predictable very fast.
I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the
Wow.
Emperor himself.
Almost certainly not going to be the first rogue trader to have sex in front of his warrant. Let's go. I mean, think about it from a rogue trader's perspective, right? This is something that has definitely happened multiple times. Will you help me find this great relic and return it to the people of the Imperium? Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a pretty fun thing to do. Okay, I see. So they do actually keep the navigating danger in this, where, you know, you have different chances of being attacked depending on what routes you take and such. Oh, that's to the Imperium. Could we just leave? Could we just go home? Be like, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, Kronos Expanse. I hated you. There is so many worlds here. All right, let's just do a nice, safe warp travel. All right, cool. Visit this system. What do we got cooking here? Pirates. I want to blow you up later. I do like the space battles. Oh, okay. That was nice and easy. What do you got? A Hulk over here. Okay, all right. So a lot of these systems are going to be a lot less populated. They're not going to have, like, a jillion things. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Is this an answerable Hulk? Oh, no, it's already been searched. All right, let's go blow up these pirates. The ship combat is already different from the way Rogue Trader works, and that's a really good thing, because Rogue Trader's ship combat was fucking dreadful. Honestly, like, I've played a good few ship combat systems, and somehow Rogue Trader's was one of the worst. This one's pretty cool so far. I'm able to do some cool shit. Here we go. Hit this dude with my macros as we go past. Don't worry, those plasma torpedoes are going to make short work of him. We then... Can I do one more step? Let's see, yeah, and then hit him with those. If I can turn my nose once more, we should be able to hit him with the lance as well. We can, lance.
Fire the lance batteries.
Beautiful, wow, that... Oh, God, wow, okay, I thought that did no damage, and then suddenly it did all of the damage.
Macro cannons.
All right.
Volley.
Later. Oh, beautiful. And then, we go back. Oh, we can't do that ready yet. Hold on. Okay. Next turn, we can control the plasma torpedoes. Oh, good God. All right, goodbye, enemy ship. You weren't even the one I was aiming for. Boop. Yeah, no, this combat is a whole lot more fun. It's actually a lot more strategical, and I also like the fact that you can kind of shoot your weapons through multiple phases as you move. It's really fun. It makes you, it makes the whole, like, single ship versus lots of enemy ships a lot more viable, but holy shit, the enemy ships are genuinely threatening.
Onward.
Anyway, now they're going to explode. You know, if they do get the chance to shoot you, they will deal a lot of damage. But first, they'll have to shoot you. Alright, well, we just mopped those guys up. That was actually really fun. No, I genuinely like the space combat. Space combat's a nice change of pace from the ground combat. You get to shoot all your weapons. It's nice and quick, actually. It's very quick and fast-paced compared to the ground combat. That was very quick. I'm a big fan of this. What's this planet got for us? Begin a scan? Oh, they give it a tithe grade? Oh, that's amazing. Alright, hell yeah. Start making me some plasteel. Nice. I'm making a save here, but I just have to know what the fuck to the Imperium means. Just let me go home. Ah, it's completely impossible. Please tell me this option kills me immediately. So you're telling not only will I break through the moor to the Imperium, but I will cover myself in glory as the conqueror of the raging warp? Forwards! Okay, so if you go here, you just reach Hermitage Station, and they're in the middle of a warp storm, and it's horrible, and then you go home. I'm glad that we canonically did not do that, because that would be a very stupid idea, but I like that you can just try and go back, and then discover everything is horrible. Oh. I know, I thought I was reading a storybook, and then I think I accidentally colonized a world by being a nice guy. What's even funnier is I colonized it with refugees that another rogue trader was trying to get rid of. Yeah, sure, for St. Drusus, the guy from the football station, that's fine. The Drusians are like me, yeah, whatever. Give me the fucking flamethrower, dude, holy shit. Indulgences for sale. Ah, yes. Nail that to a wall, you fucking loser. Damn, look at our agri world. Oh, that is an awesome design. Holy shit. It's just connected Netherlands all together. Alright, you know what? Maybe my protectorate's pretty good. Maybe Janus ain't a bad world after all. You know what? Maybe us getting cut off from the rest of the Imperium? Not a problem. We can just live here, enjoy our times, hang out with the parrots. Do you guys not think that? Several things just occurred at once. One, should those guys not have already been in line when the shuttle was landing? Two, why is there an Eldari sniper on the hill? Theodora von Valanicus is dead. For Janus! Oh. I see. I see. Okay. So the Eldari's actually on the side of the fucking... what do you call it? The governor? We have to start bringing better security when we land. This keeps happening. Like, far too many times. In fact, I would almost argue that we've landed on a planet and been ambushed more times than we've landed on a planet and not been ambushed. Urilit, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. Her horrific mutations. Is it those long ears she's got? Ooh, Imperial Gazebo. And that is just an Eldar.
Deliriously never greets you, Elantark.
Ah, a red-headed Eldar sniper. Yeah, you're getting on my ship. I love this sort of Eldar outfit as well, like the ranger hood and everything. Oh, I love that design. You're not a mutant.
I have met souls like you before. You travel a path that offers you enlightenment. A rare gift among your limited kind. The world you call Janus was once created by the will of my kin.
Is this a maiden world?
I have far more right beyond the Lilithon than any of you.
It might be a maiden world, which makes sense for the location as well. Yeah, it's highly likely this place was a maiden world, which is essentially a world that was terraformed by the Eldari to be a beautiful planet for them to settle. But in the end, the Eldari didn't actually get to settle a lot of them because they exploded, and so very often they were settled by other races like humans or orcs. Idra actually being surprised she agrees with Argenta for once, Argenta being nice because even though he is a rebel, he's a boy. She's very forgiving when it comes to kids. The governor is creating something monstrous behind closed doors. She uses the Imperium interest as smokescreen, and her actions are poisoning our planet. Please, someone say what she's fucking doing, for the love of God. Okay, the Eldar are leading us off into the trees, which is interesting. I think this is probably where we wrap it up. I think we'll wrap it up with Janus, because this game is obviously massive, and my influenza is taking a toll on me. I am, like, moments from collapse at any moment while recording this. But... God damn, it do be pretty. I really want to get to the bottom of what the hell's going on here, because Janus is interesting me. You'll see everything for yourself. I want to know what's going on in the industrial world as well, but that'll have to wait for next time, I think. This is really fucking pretty. This is something you don't normally get to see in 40K. Wow, god damn, look at this! Oh, I was so happy. Look at this, Pandora. Hell. Pandora. Hell. All right, mark you.
Xenos pet monkey.
Yes, you are quite literally that. Now put the fucking ears on. It's a maiden world. God, I'm fucking good at this. This is why I wanted to play Rogue Trader more than anything else, is because I have a fucking encyclopedic knowledge of 40K. Like, of shit that doesn't even matter for the battles and stuff. You know, the stuff that's just like, yeah, what do you call, you know, I don't know, let's say, God, what's like the dumbest thing I can think of off the top of my head? Oh God, like they call the porn dirty slates, for example. Because you get a data slate, but it's got porn on it, so it's a dirty slate instead. Fuck, I'm dying. So the Eldar became military advisors to the fucking human rebels? That's an awesome concept, actually. This is just Eldar CIA. I love this. This should happen more often. Fuck, why doesn't this happen more often? I actually can't think of many examples where the, like, I know Eldar obviously all the time manipulate things, yeah. But this is like different. This is directly like, the Eldar are literally there in person doing shit. It's always usually implied the Eldar are like, oh, we left a rock on a road so a general would trip and break his leg so he wouldn't make it to the battle in time so the rebels would have a chance to succeed. You know, that kind of bullshit. That's why no one likes the Eldar. This is a lot cooler. Oh, one of those heads was being mounted on my wall in my study. It's got the fucking mouth and everything. It's in my office. Which makes sense, because this is my planet, so Theodora probably has, like, pleasure hunted one at some point. What the fuck are these? Lacerex. Oh god, they're fucking big.
I deal death with my hands.
Good god, she is such a good sniper. Like, I'm sorry, Argenta, but she's starting to win my heart. She's such a good shot. Fucking Avalard fell over. Silly Billy, get up. What are you doing on the ground there, boy? That's right, you know what? Just lay down and let the girls shoot over your head. They'll kill the thing for you. What have you done to these people? They believe you're commanders. Oh, okay, the Eldar think that they're the same tribe. There is actually a story in Gaunt's Ghost where some Eldar disguise themselves as very strangely red-haired humans. Red-haired Tanith, actually. Which all the Tanith keep remarking is so strange because I think, wait, everyone's like, there's no red hair on Tanith like that or whatever? I think that's how the story goes, if I recall correctly. But basically, it's them defending this, the Eldar convince them that they're defending Tanith again, defending their homeworld that they never actually got to defend. So the humans fight like mad and they actually win and they have their last stand. But afterwards, it's revealed actually it was a couple of Eldar who fought alongside them and used the visions to inspire them to fight to greater, greater strength. And in the end, it actually gets written off by the Administratum as completely false. The battle is never recorded because they can't explain how so few soldiers held out against so many heretics, and so they choose to believe it was just not real instead. As Pascal said, there has been a 0% success rate of, you know, permanent alliance in all of 40k. I still think one of the most famous examples of funny alliances was the Imperial Guard and Orc commanders who went side by side. I think they were fighting against Chaos, I think. And, you know, they decided to fight alongside each other, Orcs and Imperial Guard. And they worked together for a real long time. And then eventually, right before, like, the last battle, right at the optimal moment to betray each other, the Orcs betrayed the humans first. And then the Orc was like... It's like, oh, look, you know, he explains how the battle plans worked out. It's like, oh, I've betrayed you, by the way. You know, my armies are defeating yours right now. And all that. And he's like, you would have done the same to me, right? Says the Orc. And the Imperial Guard general's just really kind of, like, sad for a moment. And he's like... Yeah, I would have done the same to you. Like, you know, it was kind of the moment where it's like, oh, he actually liked the Orc. He was going to be friends with him. Poor guy. You know, that was a real sad moment. But yeah, Orc Imperial Alliance is actually a thing that does happen. There are Orc mercenaries as well. That's another thing. You have a cage back? Oh, right. Yeah, the whole secret area thing.
Join me in prayer.
Right.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Wow, this really is a Slaanesh pit, isn't it? Oh, this dude's just doing opium as we walk in. Oh, that's not good. Oh my god, thank god they're just as lethal against their own friends. What's going on here, buddy? Oh, shit! The Eldar showed up! Hey, guys, how you doing? I'll be honest, we were just forming a sniping line. You want to join us? It's a lot of fun. We're killing a lot of demons. Well, this is bad.
But of course.
Well, she fucking Idra's summoning a demon now. God damn it. Oh, she's summoning another one. How many does she have? God damn it. At least we've got the Guardians here to help fight. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Oh, good. And the demons are gone too. Wow, I killed a lot of demons in that fight. I genuinely thought I'd had it screwed. I lost half my party. Nah, it's alright, we still held on. It's a bit of an interesting game where, I don't know, it's a weird mix between, it's gonna sound like a weird thing to say, but it's like, I kind of end up not caring about the fights as much because my characters can't die. But also at the same time, the fights can be so much more lethal and serious because your characters can't die, and it's just not a consideration, you know? Like, your characters will only ever get wounded enough that you have to back out of this, out of that kind of, that arena, which could potentially cost you quests or whatever, you know, depending on what is actually happening, but, I don't know, it's a different thing to a normal CRPG. At least in the case of Wrath of the Righteous, if I recall correctly, you had to spend scrolls, I think it was, to resurrect people. Oh, Governess, I have some warmth for you. Uh-oh. Argenta got mad. We now have control over the granaries of Janus. Let us send the provisions to Footfall. There we go. Job done. We've gained 5 profit factor and a bunch of iconoclast. And that's where we're going to leave it. This video is going to be a little weird because it won't be the same as the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous video, where that's the entire game summarized into one. This will be more of just kind of like my enjoyment and experience of it, my, you know, my first impressions, my reactions and differences from the Rogue Trader TTRPG, which I've also played. And obviously, because I'm not that, you know, wasn't that big into Pathfinder, but I'm far, far, far more into 40k and the, and especially the Fantasy Flight RPGs. Honestly, I don't think I could have gotten sick at a worse time, and it is incredibly infuriating, and I wish that I was healthy for the last, you know, 2 weeks, and I had been able to actually properly record all this and get a full-blown proper video out in time. It does genuinely actually pain me and piss me off and stress me out in a way that's very hard to describe about, you know, just how much it enrages me that I was, that, you know, it just, of all the days, of all the possible days I could have gotten horribly ill, it had to be now. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and a big thank you to Owlcat Games for sponsoring this video, even though I did have to tell them that I have the plague and I'm gonna have to cut down the length of the video, and they said, yeah, that's cool. So, and they asked for me for this video, because they did see the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous video, and obviously they sponsored it, but they liked it too, so, God, it's, honestly, at the end of this all, and I know it's always hard to say because of all the jokes of the money at the start, you know, yada yada, it's sponsored, but this is nuts. This is kind of the game I was always hoping would end up being made about 40k. There is almost nothing like this when it comes to 40k as far as I can, at least as far as I can think. I'm really struggling to think of anything close to it. It's not just the fact that it's, you know, oh, an RPG 40k, yay. It's the fact that it's Owlcat's writing, and Owlcat is really good at this. If there's one thing Owlcat can do, it can write. Good God! Wrath of the Righteous had so many characters that were amazing, and so many plot lines and all that kind of stuff, and all cool scenes and memorable moments. And this game so far has had much the same. There are a bunch of characters that I both like, despise, love, and ever in between, you know? And I can see why someone would adore Cassia, because Cassia, for example, is very, very sweet and innocent and childlike in certain moments, but she's also a vicious, horrible person in other moments, and I don't know, you know, for some people the niceness will weigh out the viciousness, and for other people the viciousness will weigh out the niceness. It's not like I'm one to speak. I still picked Best Girl from Wrath of the Righteous, alright? Don't get me wrong, okay? I make my own bad decisions. I honestly can't tell if it's really hot or really cold in this room, so I'm gonna go. Wait a second. Why is there ice forming on the walls?